I'm Dr. M.W. Padmaraji, juris consult, attorney at law, ex-lecturer in many places, and a practicing lawyer for 49 years. This is my second lesson, which I am going to deliver about the subject which I have mentioned in my first lesson. We were talking about how to answer a question. This is specially focusing on law students. When you answer a question, I told you to read the question paper properly and understand it. Certain question papers are very difficult to understand because their language is that, but you have to very patiently, silently read it and answer. Sometimes you have to answer not a question paper, an extended essay. An extended essay. That is also an answer to a question that is not in the question paper. You have to write something. I will explain you what that is. Chosen or given topic. You have to do your reading and find out decided cases and write this extended essay at home or in the library according to the instructions given by the supervisor or your lecturer. You have to follow them. Each school of thought, each university has a different way of looking at this. For example, putting footnotes. You have to be very obedient according to their rules and regulations because extended essay is a mini thesis that says 10,000 words only. Please don't write 20,000 words because then you are going out of bounds. You can write about 11,000 words, that's a different thing. Please limit your answer to that extended essay very thoughtfully. You have to write down many things which you have read in books, in lectures, limiting the words. No time limit for that. You can use your own time and write it at home or write it in the library, but please be within the rules and regulations and follow your supervisor's guidance. But if I can give you a new idea about the topic or subject, that is also considered as one item where marks are given. That is very essential. Why I say essential? If you want to pursue higher education, you have to write a thesis. These are the basics of that. Now, when you answer a question in a question paper, for instance, what is an enjoining order? That's a very simple question. You write what's in the Civil Procedure Code and what's in the Judicature Act, decided cases, and give your answer. But remember that this enjoining order is a thing which goes up to human problems. When you become a lawyer, you get cases where enjoining orders are needed. At that time, you use your intelligence and knowledge for that matter. Therefore, this writing an answer and learning that subject is the basis of a case appearance. Because when you appear in a case, then you know what to say and what not to say, how to guide the case, all that you know. That is according to a point of view of a lawyer. But the beginning is in the lecture room where you answer your question. Therefore, please have a very deep and clear knowledge about the subject. That is how you are going to finish your work. Not only that, now when you answer a question paper, please don't do these mistakes. What are the mistakes? Our students have a habit of getting together after the question paper and they get together with their friends and their other colleagues and discuss how they answered. See what a wastage of time. Now that question paper over. So some say I answered it this way, other one says I answered it the other way. Then some become very unhappy because I didn't write that. So, like that, you are asked to answer only, not to mark. Then one student says, no, 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 I will not be getting through this exam. I have not written all these things in my answer. This is utter wastage of time. Why? You finish a question paper, answer that, give it, and leave the examination hall. Go and get ready for the next paper. Because whatever you discuss with the others after a given answer script, it won't come back to you. You can't correct that. You have written what you know, what is relevant to the subject. Now, outside discussions are not necessary. It is wasting your time and you are becoming very unhappy because I missed this point, that point. So, that is not a good way of thinking. Please finish the exam. If you want to discuss about the answers, please discuss it after the exam. At that moment, there is no exam. You can discuss any matters with your friends, colleagues, and give marks to your own answer script because then you are marking your answer script. That you do after the exam. That is not wasting time. No. So therefore, please be mindful to leave the examination hall soon after the exam and get ready for the other paper. And our students do another mess up by way of answering like this. That is to say, if you see a problem, they start saying this problem is related to such and such a decided case. Maybe, but you are not asked to write that decided case. Please pick up all the facts and questions which are in the question, given question, and answer those questions. Those are the facts given. Those facts given has to be applied by legal theories, sections, and other things. Then you mention decided cases. Mostly problems and questions are based on decided cases, no doubt. But if you start writing the decided cases at the beginning, that is not the proper way of answering. Your answer should be a thought out one. That is to say, take the facts or questions from the question and apply law to them, then give the decided cases and come to your own conclusion. Always write your cases with the name, like X versus Y. With the name, not necessary to write in which SLR or NLR or ELR or it is mentioned. It is not necessary. You can say in a decided English case, in a case which is decided by the Honorable Supreme Court of Sri Lanka. If you have forgotten the names, you can put this is decided by a case where I can't remember the name, or it is decided in a certain case. But don't repeat that. In every principle, you can't say this is decided in a certain case because there should be names of the cases where those things are decided. That is what we expect from studies. That shows how deep knowledge you have, how wide read you are. And never write the answers which are not legible. It should be legible in a way because handwriting you have to write it in a very clear way handwriting because the examiner has to read them. I have read more than I think more than 50,000 answer scripts. I can read many words which you write. If you have a sort of letters difficult for other people to read, then you have to write it leaving one line out. That means one line after line you are not answering. Leaving one line out, you give your answer. Then the answer is in a clear way. But don't do it always. If you have a very bad handwriting, you have to do like this because it's easy for the examiner to read. If you answer a question without putting the question number, then the examiner doesn't know what is this answer, to which question this answer is telling. I read the answer and see This person has not put the question number. I must have a voyage of discovery and find out a question number which will tally with this answer. So it is extra work and it is not proper. Student must put the question number. It is very important. When you finish your answers, there's one thing you have to do. Check and see in the answer script whether you have put your index number properly. That is the most important thing. And please don't take notes and other things to the examination hall because it's an extra burden. You have already done what you have read is read. What you have studied is studied. Now what is there to study? No. For instance, 3 days before the exam, you think, this new topic I must do. So go to the library and you start reading on it and answering on it. That is wastage of time. If you have omitted the topic, please omit that. At the last moment, please don't try to find out what it is, read on it, go to the library and waste your time. No. On the other hand, when you go for an exam, you must relax and go. Please sleep nicely overnight and have a good meal. That's also very necessary. Not a meal to sleep after that. Sufficient meal to keep your body fit. So, these things are very important for answering a question paper. I think I have mentioned to you what is most important for answering a question paper. I think you will be beneficial by these things. I intend starting another topic in my next lesson, to the third lesson. It will be also important for you as far as the subjects are concerned.